game because this is the best of three and both the teams in an equal point right there. So this is the point match. Both of teams need to really play it serious, just like you mentioned, with their lives on the line if they really want to make it to the next round up there. And with that, Daaku Sena banning out a Matilda, of course. She is a great pick, and we did see in the last game how well it worked out for them. That Hylos and the Matilda combo right there. Her heals are amazing, her shields are amazing towards the late game. Of course, she opens up so many team comps for you. You can go in for the hitbox, you can go in for a dive in composition. She's always there with the guiding wind, providing so much mobility to the team. She can even enable the most slowest junglers. Even the Fredrin really loves to have a Matilda with themselves. And with that, the second ban from the side of LCF, it is a chip once again.
Exactly. So yeah, and this time DS won't be taking any more risks, and they instantly ban out Matilda as their first ban. While LCF will be banning out on the chip. They both of these teams they realized in the first game that these Romas they just have something in them with that comfort pick when they are playing on those specific heroes. So Matilda and Chip they're going to be in the ban zone. We won't be seeing any more of those annoying heroes this time. Now, for DS, they really need to ban out on that Joy as they have been doing, and even the Hayabusa, since they love to pick up on fighter jungles, especially since they have a server disadvantage, but instead they decide to ban out on the Bruno knowing that LCF will be picking that hero up in the first chance they get, and how much of a win condition Bruno is these days for any team in any tournament. While LCF, obviously, they are going to stick with that Sicilian man.
Well, true, if you ask me which heroes to ban, I will always say ban a Bruno until he gets this nerf. Ban a Sicilian because he is OP with his range, with his damage, with his infinite scaling. Ban out a Fanny because she is pretty good with her energy and the damage is really great. And of course, fourth, not the least, Zushin. And yes, she has been banned out by Daaku Sena. But then again, will they be giving out a 1-1 once again to LCF? Or will they be looking to first pick 1-1 which doesn't make sense, Sarah?
Exactly. So, like, if either of these teams they pick up a 1-1 just for the sake of securing that hero, it isn't going to be the best of decisions because the 1-1 can still be countered with something like a Clint or even a Mia, I would say, towards the late game, or especially something like a Layla, considering how much range she has as compared to that of a 1-1. But then again, LCF and DS here, they know how to extend and execute their game so well. And here with the Eve ban, it is getting quite obvious that Team LCF will be looking to pick up on that 1-1 very time soon. Considering the fact that they did carry so well in the previous game.
Well, true, and look at that, the Akusina not hesitating even a moment picking up a high loss, but then again, you can always trade it off with a Katot Kacha and a lot of options yet to be opened Alpha, Suyo, and I think even a Vexana, like LCF might go in again, once again for the same heroes, and they might lock down a 1-1, but then again, this time they might even go for a Khalid, and even if they pick up a 1-1, try maybe Quinn for a Kufra or even a Minsatar works out. But then again, let's just see what LCF is cooking right now because they do have a lot of options with those first two picks onto their hands.
Exactly. So, like having a second pick just opens up so many more options for you. And here they might be looking to pick up on that Katot Kacha once again. But no, instead, you got it right. They did pick up on the Khalid one more time and even giving a second try to that Luoli in the first game. Their diversion plays did not work out at all, I would say, as compared to that of Hitatsu being on that chip. But this game, now that the chip is banned, things would start to look a little bit difficult for the side of Team GS to actually find that Luoi and take the victory for them. Meanwhile, Team DS, though, they would be looking to pick up on that Alpha possibly once again, but that would leave LCF with that 1-1 pick one more time. So DS would really have to see on which gold laner works out best for their favor to actually kill something like a 1-1 while having something like a Khalid to jump on you.
I mean, true, but then again, just look at the chance. This time it will be a Gatot Kacha secured from the side of Daaku Sena, and once again, will we be seeing absolute cinema on the Granger? They really do not want to give away that Granger, but then again, are you really sure? Because if you have picked up your EXP right there, then you cannot go in for something which can counter the 1-1, because I think a Phoebus could have worked out, his passive could have triggered pretty really well, and with that, you can even had gone in for a Mincetar, but then they just rested out, taking that Katot Kacha. And I think if he goes with a vengeance, he might be able to sustain some damage coming from 1-1. But then again, let's just see what happens because I think Glue, if our Hylos is going to the EXP lane, Glue is an absolute counter. He is going to be a menace, especially in the early game.
Exactly. So, and now with that especially buffed glue which comes in with that flicker combination, DS would have a really tough time protecting their backlaners, especially Yamraj and Absolute Cinema. But here though, DS had the perfect opportunity to ban out on that 1-1, which is exactly what they did. But you know what would be really useful here for the side of Team DS? Picking up something like a Faramis. Use that passive, use Glue's minions, and just use that Faramis first skill to burst away the entire enemy lineup during a team fight, while also providing a second life with the Netherrealms just to win a team fight. With the 1-1 ban though, they could be going in for a Joy ban next since they do not really have a specific crowd control for the Joy, or even the Hayabusa could be banned out. But Hayabusa against something so tanky like a Hylos and a Gatot Kacha? Not the best of decisions, I would say.
True, and just like you mentioned, right when they picked up the glue, I was looking at a Vexana, and the Vexana was banned out from the side of LCF because she perfectly counters our glues, and with that, Faramis is the only option left. But then again, if they pick up a Faramis, they might just have a less, a bit less of the burst potential. Meanwhile, Louis is a mage who can provide a lot of CC along with a lot of damage, and especially when she gets the lantern for herself, the damage actually multiplies quite a lot. So it just depends on DS that whether they will be choosing up the utility Faramis or will they be going in for a bit more of damage potential from the mage because Granger, like, he really needs those stacks before he can actually start dishing out a lot of damage. And then again from the side of Team LCF, just like in the previous game, they have a lot of tanky frontliners. Khalid will be there, Blue will be there, so whom can you actually target? Will you be able to actually take down those squishies you really want to take down?
Exactly so. And now, we can see the Suyu has been picked up for the jungle from the side of Team LCF. I don't know how much of a good decision that is, but then again, Suyo here works out pretty well since he can immune himself and just run away from the tricky situations. But then again, DS they can answer this properly with something like an alpha jungle and a Faramis in the mid lane. I do not know how it will work out from them because LCF, especially that Alpha and Forum is coming in, could be picking up another Beatrix pick as they did in the first game, but it will really be a matter of time before we actually find out what these teams pick. It is going to be the Joy in the jungle stealing it away from the hands of LCF, and the Faramis pick definitely a very, very good pick right there in the mid lane coming in from the side of Team DS.
Well, this draft's looking really strong from both the sides. I mean, just look at the early aggro which LCF have in their hand: a Glue, a Suyo, a Khalid, and the last pick, the marksman. They might even go for a Lunox or even a Harith. Who knows what they will opt out? But then again, both the teams are looking really strong to me, especially with the Faramis lock right there. Glue can be hard countered if the skill is timed really, really well. And then again, Louis, you really need to be careful because Joy will always be there right behind your heels, trying to take you down, and you will be the priority target for him right there. And of course, like even they have a Katot Kacha who will be diving in behind those lines, especially trying to target down Peter because everyone knows how well Louis on Peter is.
Exactly. So, and here, both these teams, they're just really so predictable, going in for those kind of picks, which we have seen in tournaments over and over. And it's just to blame the meta. the meta doesn't change in just a matter of days, and these teams, they definitely take time to adjust and adapt to whatever the meta is. And now here we can see we did predict the Foramis and the Joy picks. We also said about the Beatrix, and that is exactly what they picked up. As for the draft though, LCF might just, and with that, we are right back into the land of Dawn. Both of these teams will be looking to fight it out, looking for a possible victory as they want to secure a spot in the grand finals.
I mean, true, but the early side from the side of LCF looks really strong to me. Just look at that Khalid already going in with those taunts. Pine will also be following up, but then again, they do have Jazz on that Kadut Kacha who can take that early assault. Even Haitatsu on the high loss can back up a lot of punches onto himself, but look at the top lane.
Exactly so, Johan, with that early rotation on towards the goal lane, shows that they do not want Team DS goal laner to actually farm up. Even still, ABC just managed to steal away that crab from that of Johan, and which means the level 4 will be delayed. While Patroclus here having an easier time in the jungle comparatively and will be managing to hit his level 4 much before than that of Johan. Jobomlo getting poked out a little bit too low by that of Yamraj in the mid lane, and now the first turtle will be up in just a few more seconds. So we will have to see on which team manages to get the pokes as possible. Jazz realizes the potential danger that he is in and easily backs off into the mid in his tier 1 turret, while Yamraj, Patroclus, and Haitatsu will be looking for those engages. They're gonna try and zone Johan away from the major team fights, while Patroclus uses up his rhythm beats to take down the crab, also securing the turtle as much as possible. Haitatsu is caught out a little bit too low. Pukipine looking for the engage, but Patroclus will be moving back towards his red to try and get some advantage before the turtle. Jazz doing a good job of sidestepping. The turtle is getting chunked down real low. Patroclus is getting zoned out very well. 5 members from the side, okay, but the AOG connects it. The turtle wasn't able to seal it away, but the Nether Realms comes in really handily. Jazz being caught out in the middle of all of them as Blue gets his ultimate, and Jobom will be the one securing the first blood from the side of Team LCF.
Uh, Oh, just look at that. Jabom just forced to use up that flicker. That was a kind of great gameplay coming from the side of Faramis, pulling him inside the range of the turret. And with that, I think that gank was pretty good. Especially Pine did an amazing job. He tried to zone away everyone, zoning away Yamraj, zoning away our Joy, and Jazz. Kind of like I really loved the timing of his AOTG, but then again, it wasn't enough. Finally, he was caught in between so many people, giving away the first blood and the turtle in the hands of Team LCF. With that micro gameplay, they might be looking in the goal lead in the early game.
Okay, but look at that. Haitatsu gets caught out by 3 of them in towards that top bush, and Absolute Cinema will be here having to play much safer than he had played as compared to that of the previous games. Definitely here, LCF is looking in a better form right now, but Team DS will also have to convert that early game advantage which they have because of the Joy and the Faramis if they want to secure anything. But on toward the top side, we can see ABC getting caught out in the middle of 3 people, will be forced to flicker out of that situation because Team LCF is definitely going to be playing the goal lane focus game this time.
I mean, true. And when we talk about a Suyo is a hero who needs an early game snowball, and I think LCF is actually really providing that snowball which Johan needs at this point. I mean, he has the turtle, he has those skills, and they're doing good at this point of the game. But then again, look at him, Raj, forced to flicker away.
Exactly so, and we can see that the second turtle is already up, but the diversion play comes in. Haitatsu once again gets bursted right away by 5 people from the side of Team LCF, and here ABC will be looking to get the farm in his favor, and here Jobong gets taken back into the turret by Yamraj, so that's a good pull coming in, but Jazz will be the one securing that kill onto the Khalid, and here we can see a potential invade coming in towards the blue buff, but the AOG misses. Johan manages to immune it right on time, but the Nether Realms connects and the Vengeance has been popped out by Jazz. The silence immuning the damage coming in by error, but still Jazz with the overextend while Porcupine was looking for the kill onto Patroclus. Joy did manage to escape out pretty successfully, but LCF here looking much stronger than as they were in as compared to that of the first two games.
True, and like our absolute cinema taking up that advantage, that gap which they had to take down the first tier target from the top lane. But then again, I think it will be successfully traded away from the side of LCF as three members are looking to take down the turret right there. And I think Haitatsu needs to play it safe, although he is a tank. His job is to provide the vision, but then again, if he's being jumped on by four people at once, getting melted down, and if you do not have the front laner, your back line is really in a very precarious position right there. You really need your tank before you can initiate, dish out some damage for the space which the team needs.
Exactly so. And with that, we can actually see that LCF has a pretty fair 2k goal lead right now. And even now, they're trying to look for that mid tier 1 early itself. Porcupine is looking pretty strong with his zoning abilities, and Jazz isn't able to keep up as such. But then again, the diversion play coming in towards the bot.
The game, so well then still like just look at that. AB has always gone down with that diversion gameplay. And I really think Haitatsu and Jazz is a great combination, but the AOTG needs to connect.
Exactly so. And with that, we can see that Team LCF will be looking much stronger than before, and they're going to be securing the second turtle, the last and final turtle of the game, I would say, pretty easily. And now LCF will be looking to take down the tier 1 in towards the bottom side. So we can see that they are looking much better synergized, and the diversion plays are coming in much better here. But the Nether Realms gets used up, as well as the Raging Sandstorm connects. Error manages to find the kill onto Yamraj. Haitatsu tries to take down Error, but will be caught out instead by Peter. But Patroclus comes in from the back line, manages to find the double kill. Well, we'll be looking for the triple as well. But Johan here with the blade search will be caught out in the middle of three people, and a misplay coming in by him as Absolute Cinema finds the shutdown onto Johan. But the mid lane here, it is going to be wide open. Porcupine will be rotating right on towards that side. Yamraj, quite unaware of that positioning, will be caught out left and right. So we can see that Yamraj would have to position himself safe there. But Patroclus steals away the blue from that of LCF, and the Raging Sandstorm misses as well, but the diversion is coming in, and Peter just a little too late to the gank.
I mean, this is what we need Patroclus to do. He needs to come up from the flanks, from the behind the scenes, and we needed him to do that in the previous game. But of course, they were zoned out really hard. But in this game, this is the kind of gameplay we expect from a Joy taking down Peter. Like, look at that.
Okay, but Absolute Cinema finds a kill onto Peter here. The Nether Realms enough to save the lives of Team DS, but Porcupine will be pulled right back into the turret by Param. His killing spree secured by Granger right away. Two members down from the side of Team LCF. DS looking for a possible comeback with that last ray of hope, as they will be looking to take down the tier 1. It is going to be left wide open. Johan, though, in a good positioning, will be looking for that blade surge connected onto Jazz. Not the best target, but the mega kill coming in by ABC finds it onto Error. Will be spamming his Rhapsody as much as possible. Dashes away from Peter. Will he find the kill? He does it. Jobom here chasing right away, but the tornado will be used up to escape, and Jobom will have to retreat as his team has fallen apart, and the mid tier 1 will be taken down by Haitatsu. DS finally looking on their feet back again.
I mean, when you look at LCF, they always move in together like a wall. Four people are always together when they gank. But then, with that one gank by Patroclus securing those kills, and the third kill right there by our Absolute Cinema, the team kind of got split apart. And just look at LCF, it's always three, or like not complete all of the people when they're ganking.
Exactly so, but now Jobon manages to find a three-man raging sandstorm, but Johan, I don't know why he rushed so far now, he will be the one in danger, gets caught out, Patroclus finds the killing spree onto him, gets the double onto Johan as well, but Pukipine here looking for the engage onto Yamraj, pulls him right back away, gets the three-man stun. Error here will be not looking to attack that hero, but Pukipine will be taking down Yamraj in that team fight, while Jazz gets taken down by Beatrix, and here Pukipine will have to back off, but the rocket ultimate connects possibly well, and the shutdown by the glue onto Granger, perfectly well done by LCF. DS is going to be throwing away the lead which they had collected so far, not the best of engages, and now LCF will be recalling back to their bases, getting their HPs back up right before the next Lord comes up.
I mean, that was not a good engage from the side of Team Daaku Sena. They did have that upper hand, but then just to protect the Lord, just to zone people away, they went there in really low HP. They stayed. I mean, just look at Haitatsu all alone. What are you trying to do? The Revitalize might save you, but might even not.
Exactly so, but look at that, another Raging Sandstorm and AOG plays coming in, but Patroclus tries to get the kill onto Error, but Error finds the double kill here, but Jazz finds the shutdown onto him. Glue with the engage in towards the backline, forcing Faramis to retreat as much as possible, but ABC here finds the kill onto Johan, but will be caught out very low, but Jobo manages to figure out in the correct direction, predicts it properly, and manages to run back away, and here we can see the DS did manage to successfully defend this Lord, at least for now, gets the 2 kills for the side of Team LCF, so which means that LCF cannot push forward with this Lord.
True, and just look at the Beatrix already with the Malefic gun and even the Blade of Despair, and it's only been 11 minutes into the game. She has the highest gold in the entire game with that 9,000 gold onto her hands. Like, she is doing an amazing job, and I think, I really thought that Daaku Sena will be getting that lead after those kills, but then again, they kind of threw it near the Lord right there, and then Haitatsu going in solo once again. This is not what they need. They really need the team fights, just like our LCF, the way they are always together, looking for that one kill onto the priority targets. Peter needs to be taken down because the damage and the diversion plays from Peter are making the rotations really unpredictable. You cannot really actually remain safe at any point of the map. You cannot even split push when there is a low in the enemy.
Exactly so, and we can see that Absolute Cinema is getting the damage, but the Netherlands once again has been used up. Jazz uses the AOG a little too far away from his team. That wasn't the best of decisions, and another diversion play comes in right in towards the bottom side. They see the minions, they see the opportunity. The Blade Surge comes in by Johan, but the glorious pathway gets used up by Haitatsu. They try to look for the possible defense. They need to clear it out. Patroclus tries to look for an engage, but has to back off right away. They do not have their main frontliner, which is Jazz. So Team DS here once again on the back foot, but LCF proceeding so strongly that they are doing their very best to take this game in their hands.
I mean, Daaku Sena really needs to provide a path to Patroclus to dive behind behind those walls, which the 3 people right there are protecting Peter, protecting the marksman, the Beatrix. But then again, how is something which Daaku Sena needs to figure out right now, because Jazz and Haitatsu are kind of melting down pretty easily. Absolute Cinema getting zoned away by Pine in a really great manner. They really know whom to target, when to target, and what to target. Look at Pine, he is absolutely fearless right there, zoning people away. Jazz really, the AOTGs are actually connecting at this point, but then again, you really need to mark Beatrix, because Error, just look at him, 6'3", 10. He has got a lot of equipments, he's dealing a lot of damage, and Peter also very irritating. The bone of contention being these 2 damage dealers right there, but then again, how is something which Daaku Sena needs to figure out, as the next Lord is already right up. Both the teams just sinking the lanes right now, looking for the control onto the river area.
Exactly so, and Pine and Jabom are doing the very best they possibly can to zone away Patroclus as well as Jazz. But look at that, the double stun connects onto here. The Rhapsody gets used of the rocket ultimate, silences Jazz right there. Yamraj gets caught out by 3 people, will be forced to escape, but no, glue is onto him, and Johan finds the kill on towards Yamraj. Okay, Jazz finds the kill onto Error in the backline. Patroclus getting chunked down left and right by Johan, but Johan will be using up the winter to try and escape. But Absolute Cinema chases and
Oh,
finds the kill. But towards the bottom side, Luovi and Pine. Framus is back into the fight. He needs to use his first kill right at this moment. Double kill taken away by Absolute Cinema onto Jobom, who is Peter. And Pine will have to retreat back right away. But Pine is well aware of ABC's positioning. Will be looking to take him down as much as possible. The first kill is still available. He needs to run away as much as possible. But Pokemon is doing his very best job. He's getting chunked down left and right. But the divergent play is going to be coming in, and the flicker play comes in, and nothing is going to be saving ABC from this onslaught, I believe. The Winter Crown play comes in, and no, he will be getting the mega kill onto Peter, which is an absolutely crazy feat of getting a 1 versus 2 and still managing to secure a kill. So once again, LCF and DS are going to be fighting a 4v4, but this time DS is at the back foot because their goal laner is dead. DS has to play around that goal laner, and Yamraj, they need to protect their damage dealers, which they aren't being able to do so well. And look at Jazz once again getting caught out a little bit too deep, but obviously the Raging Sandstorm, Yamraj forced to flicker away. Pine gets low. Patroclus trying to get as much damage as possible, but getting chunked down left and right by Error as well as Johan. Error trying to pull Jobom away, gets the taunt onto him. Jobom is getting caught out a little bit too low, but the Blade Surge connects. Patroclus will be forced in the two-man AOG. Not enough vengeance being used up on two. Okay, but the shutdown connects because of Framis and his first kill, but Boost Peter finds the kill onto Jazz. This team fight is just seeming to be never ending, Asuya.
I mean, they're just trying to zone each other pretty hard right there, looking for the control onto the Lord area, and Error already going in for the Lord. But then again, our Granger is back into the map, back into the game, so he will be there with a lot of damage. But then again, if you see from the side of LCF, almost every one of them do have the Winter Crown.
Okay, but two people down from the side of DS, and now third goes down. Patroclus is also very low. Johan finds the double kill, and Absolute Cinema being the lone survivor against 4 people, now 5. The minions are going to be charging down the mid lane. It is going to be Jazz's back up though. Will he be getting any support to try and defend this huge wave that is going to be coming in? But okay, that's way too much damage coming in. Jazz finds the kill onto Johan though. The Lord was secured by the side of LCF. Absolute Cinema trying to chase on to Johan, but will be having to back off. Error is there for the damage, and LCF will be looking to back off now. They do have the late game advantage, but somehow DS is managing to hold it out while LCF is trying their best to mark down Yamraj as well as ABC to take out damage dealers and secure the victory in their hands.
I mean, absolutely amazing Lord Steel coming from the side of our Patroclus right there, just giving them that edge, giving them the time which they really need for Granger to scale off in this game. That's something which you really look forward from your jungler right there, but then again they might go in for another engage.
Okay, that was a bit of a false start coming in there because the Glorious Pathway definitely did not want to engage it like that because the diversion is still open, and once you engage, that diversion and that lure isn't going to let you disengage easily. Patroclus looking for a possible engage on towards the top side, but the Rocket Ultimate just enough to clear the lane with the AOG. Once again, catches only Jobom in towards that team fight. Haitatsu trying his best to zone them out, but will be caught out. Uses up the Winter Crown, but will not be managing to escape. Yamraj gets caught out under the turret, will be forced to flicker out. Not the best of decisions, Haitatsu, because there's a blue. You do not want to go in like that because it's not going to help your team.
I mean, Yamraj really did try to bring it that Netherrealm on Haitatsu, but then again, even he knew that's way too dangerous between 5 people and losing your life in 19 minutes of the game. Look at the diversion gameplay!
Okay, but Error finds the kill on towards Patroclus. DS does still have 3 members alive. Yamraj and ABC are there to try and get the wave clear, but those plays, that is exactly what they had to take care of, and DS is failing to do that this game. They aren't able to predict as well as game number 1, and LCF is just looking way too much stronger after that account swapping, but then again, nothing can be said about these two teams. But Peter here trying to clear down the lanes, and the major wave of minions going to be charging down the mid lane. four members from the side of LCF just going to be sitting there. Haitatsu in the backline tries to do something. Yamrat getting the poke. AOG connects on no one. Jazz is too far away from his team. Will be getting poked out very, very low. The Nether Realms connects, not enough to. Will it be enough? Yamraj does manage to get out of that situation with Porcupine. Will be the one getting caught out low. Flickers out of that situation. Okay. Funnily enough, there are no diversion, but the diversion play comes in towards the Lord side. So thankfully, DS is safe for now, but the Lord is going to be chunked down left and right. Porcupine once again looking for that zone. Jazz and Haitatsu trying to get something, but no, it's not going to be enough because LCF is just faster in securing away that Lord in their favor.
I mean, they do have a Beatrix along with a Suyo, two of the people who can deal out a lot of damage onto the Lord right there. But then just look at that, fine.
Okay, but Pine will be the one used to force up that AOG. Once again, the AOG doesn't connect onto anyone. Jazz is going to be caught out very low. ABC looking for the engage. Petroglyphs finds the kill onto Pine, but Jobom they will be forced to recall because the Lord is going to be marching down, and once again LCF are one man down while the Lord is marching. But the diversion play comes in onto Petroglyphs. Peter finds the kill. Error and Peter doing the best they can to carry their team forward. Rhapsody connecting left and right, but the yin yang combination coming in, and DS has to move back. They need to find the defense. Winter Crown being used up by Haitatsu as well as the Revitalize. They are getting the defense properly in this game, I believe, but there is going to be a proper charge coming in from LCF. Absolute Cinema doing his best to defend as much as possible. Johan charges in with the Raging Sunstorm, but Yamraj doesn't get the pull, and the base falls in the hands of Team LCF, securing a 2-1 victory against Daaku Sena to fight against MMG tomorrow.
I mean, what a game, what a game. I really commend how Dakusina was able to hold out for so long, so long. And then again, towards the end, those gameplays, the diversions coming from the Peter with the last nail in the coffin for the side of Team Dakusina, because two of the members getting caught out right there. That's something which you do not need. You really need the joy to take down Peter, but he is taken down. Sometimes it is the Haitatsu which has been taken away from those team fights. And if you see, both Pine and Jazz did an amazing job zoning people away, retreating, and taking all those blows. But then again, at the end of the day, like towards the late game, when it comes to a Granger, Absolute Cinema did an absolutely amazing job. But then again, Granger is more of a skill dependent hero, so there comes a point where he cannot, he can spam, but then again, when it comes to a marksman who is more dependent on the basic attacks, the lane clearing is much lower compared to them. I mean, just look at him, 37% of the damage right there. He was the hyper carry.
Exactly so. And now we can see that LCF has managed to get that victory. They managed to go up in towards the grand finals tomorrow for a redemption arc against Meow Meow Gang. And that will be it for the final game today. Very nice try coming in by DS. So definitely both of these teams are looking insanely strong right now. But LCF will be the ones coming out on